Hello, welcome back to my channel. And today I'll be doing part 2 of retail exclusives that Living Dead Dolls have. This time it's with Tower Records. If you were not alive before the year 2000, Tower Records was this this music store, this huge music store that specialized not only in American music but also international music. So you can get music from anywhere in the world and Tower Records will carry it. Tower Records also, besides Living Dead Dolls, they also carried like comic book stuff, like with statues and action figures. Tower Records was a magical place. It was a retail establishment that was from 1960 to 2006. It was started in Sacramento, California. I used to frequent the one on the Upper West Side near Lincoln Center on 66th Street. A great place to visit. You can listen to music there too. You want to sample the CDs. It was a great place to be. Unfortunately, they're no longer a physical store. They have relaunched online. So you can buy music online from them, but they no longer carry toys and dolls like they used to. So I do have 2 sets that I already discussed on my Valentine's Day channel, so I'm just going to go through them really quick. And the first set being Dyed in Doom. Now, Dyed in Doom, as I talked about them in my previous video of the Valentine's Day, they were released in May of 2001. They were limited to 3,996 sets, and they retailed for $50. In case you want a quick review of what they came with, Doom came with a cake cutter, which went into the bride's chest, or Dyed's chest. She doesn't come with a bouquet of flowers. I had a spare one. These are Sadie's bouquets, so I have them affixed to her hand by a rubber band. She has a veil that's attached, but mine was detached. The little ties disintegrate over time. They are old dolls. They came with really another cool feature was this "Just Murdered" sign. Hilarious. And they're the only duo set for any of the Living Dead dolls to have 2 certificates with them. They had a death certificate and they had an actual marriage certificate. And it was signed by Sinister Minister, which I thought was real fun. And it was witnessed by Sin and Sadie. Now, their chipboard was also interesting in that just above Tower Records, it's really hard to see. I'm going to try to bring it as close as possible to the camera. Now in my research, my previous video, I wasn't sure the couple that's listed above the Tower Records name, if they were associated with Tower Records or they were associated with Mezco, but it's an actual couple named Kevin and Kelly above Tower Records on the chipboard, which I thought was hilarious. Okay, and they had glow-in-the-dark eyes. Now, on the secondary market, you can get them starting at $100, not sealed, but I've seen them relatively on the inexpensive side, from like $100 to $150 plus for a sealed set. Okay? And like I said, this is one of my favorite sets. I love Dyed in Doom. I actually have both their Resurrections and Resurrection variants, which I'll show on a much later video when I do Resurrections. And that is Dyed in Doom. Another duo that I did talk about in my Valentine's Day set is the Psychobilly set. You see right here. The Psychobilly set was released in September 2003. They're the first dolls to have multiple tattoos and sunglasses. The sunglasses are not removable. They had 3,600 sets and they retailed for $50. They're based on a type of goth fashion movement from the 1950s. What's really cool about these two is, again, the details of their tattoos. I'll show that to you real quick. Really cool. Like the nicest tattoos on a doll I've ever seen. Really cool. He comes with a little wallet in his pocket. Real cute. That's him. And Jilly, that's her name. Her name is Jilly. She, again, sunglasses are fixated to her face. She has lovely tattoos as well. Not as many as her partner in crime, but really cute. She's the same color as another duo set. There's another one on her neck, called Nurse Necro and Dr. Deadwin. I'll talk about them in another video. And here's their chipboard. Okay, they actually are the first and only Living Dead doll released to have a curse word, a naughty word, on their chipboard. But they're such a cool set. Now, they retailed for $50, and I pretty much got them for that price, sealed, maybe 2 years ago. Certain sets are more popular than others, like Died in Doom will definitely run you more than like the Psychobillies, from what I've seen over the years. But they are a great set. I highly suggest getting them. And that is the Psychobilly set. My next duo is Hazel and Hattie. I love this set. It's pretty much tied with Died in Doom in terms of dynamic duos. They are adorable. They were released, hold on, in May of 2002, and they are based on the freak show, the sideshow acts. So on their chipboard, they're going to have the very outdated term Siamese twins. I've always referred to them as conjoined twins, but their chipboard does have Siamese. So if you get offended, just remember this is based on when individuals like Hazel and Hattie, their real life counterparts, that's what they were called. And that was from a conjoined pair that were of Asian descent, and they were called Siamese twins. I forgot their names, but that's where the term came from. So every pair like that has that condition were called Siamese twins until probably maybe 30 years ago. But like I said, it says it on their chipboard. Just remember, it's from the sideshow days. Now, I always get these confused, but Hazel has the white underwear. So let's see. See, there she is. Okay, so that's Hazel. Okay, and that's Hattie with the black underwear. Really cute. So they have a peg that they're attached with. I do not recommend separating them. You'll be very sad. Their dress is very similar to Toxic Molly from series 9. Another great doll. They come with this great poster, the back of their coffin. Okay. See, again, the sideshow style of the times. Joined at birth and death. You won't believe your eyes. So, really cute poster. Comes with the set. And they retailed for about $50. I paid more for them. I want to say maybe $150, and that was opened or sealed. No, it was sealed. I think it was sealed. And like I said, certain sets were more money than say like the Psychobillies, but definitely worth it. They're really cute. So they have an actual death date that corresponds with American conjoined twins named Daisy and Violet Hilton, and they were from the horror film called Freaks. And that was like a 1930s film, and they also inspired the Shining twins. Living Dead Dolls also made another doll from that Freaks movie. I'll talk about that particular doll in another video, but he's called The Worm. And like I said, they are so cute, and I highly suggest picking these two up. I also have both their regular Resurrection release and their variant set, and that'll be again another video when I discuss Resurrection series, and that's the duo of Hazel and Hattie. And the last set from Tower Records is the Great Zombini and his lovely assistant Viv. Now, these two were released in June of 2004. They retailed for $50. They had 4,000 sets, so you definitely can get these two relatively inexpensive in comparison to the other sets. When I first got them on the secondary market, and this is about 3 or 4 years ago, I got them for $15 from Craigslist. Remember Craigslist? So they were very opened, very used condition. So they're not in pristine condition that I would like, but they're not bad. So let's talk about the Great Zombini. He comes with this saw, which in the rare instances of Living Dead dolls and their accessories, it actually fit easily in his peg hole of his hand. Okay, he has this suit with this cummerbund, but the cummerbund is, when you detach it, it's a one piece. It's all one piece. Okay, it's like a plastic cape. He has this little turban on his head. Now, I actually just discovered my poor Zombini actually has a broken finger. I had no idea. I don't know when that happened. But again, I bought this set for $15. Not included shipping back then. So I can't cry too much about it, but I'm a little bummed. But other than that, I think it's really cool. Like, you could play it off that he cut his finger while dissecting poor Viv. And speaking of Viv, so she is advertised on their chipboard with Vivisect Action. Now, what that means is she can actually pull apart. Okay, so before I show that little trick, I'm going to look over her outfit. Now, the thing I find disheartening about poor Viv is that her stockings never come up all the way. It doesn't meet her waist. I'm not sure if the elastic, gave out over time. Because again, these are very old dolls. Right now, she's 21 years old. And, unfortunately, you see a little of her bum. I can never pull them up. I try, undoing her shoes to pull her stockings up. Okay. And so she has some color, some residue from her outfit, especially in the belly section. Okay, and I'll show you there you go. She comes apart. Very well detailed. Look at that. You can actually see her intestine. You get a little bit of her spine. Really cool feature. She and the Headless Horseman are the only dolls that come apart. He with his head, her with her torso. Try to put her back. One moment. And we're back. Sorry, that took a lot longer than I thought, putting her back together. That was actually, fun fact, my first time taking her apart. I wanted to show you guys what she looked like in terms of her details. Now, an interesting thing about Zombini and Viv is that they have two different death dates, which I always thought was very confusing. If you go to Mezco.com, there are two death dates listed. Zombini was killed on March 5th, 1975, and Viv was killed on March 14th, 1975. However, on their death certificate, only one date is mentioned. So I'm not sure why they have different dates listed on Mezco but not on the certificate. My guess is that Zombini was killed by Viv, and maybe his spirit, out of revenge, killed her. He killed her beyond the grave. I'm not sure, honestly, but that's always been a mystery to me with these two. But but it's funny to, again, they have such a story more than the other sets, which the other sets, whether they're a couple or related, they went out together in terms to the afterlife, except these two. Again, it's rather a funny detail. And that's the great Zombini and his lovely assistant, Viv. So there you have it, all the Tower Records exclusive that Mezco Living Dead Dolls released. Stay tuned. I have 2 more videos focusing on retail exclusives. I hope you enjoy the video. And again, as always, do your research. I included the reason why I include the number of sets is because you really can shop around. A lot of times with these dolls, or with any type of doll from any doll line, you know, they say rare, and you know, sometimes they can be ridiculously priced. And I say you can shop around. You don't have to pay for the first price you see. Just a bit of advice for you. And that's it. Like I said, stay tuned. And as always, happy hunting.